Oh my goodness. Aston Villa have made it to the fifth round of the FA Cup for the first time in a decade. Would you believe it? I'm going to make this very, very quick because I have to be somewhere, unfortunately. But, oh my word. Oh my word. That was exciting, wasn't it? That was really fun. The new players really looked really good, didn't they? Wow. Okay, well, Aston Villa started exactly as they needed to start. Tottenham coming into it with not a lot of confidence. Aston Villa have to press hard. We've not been doing that a lot recently, although against West Ham we did start really fast. Got an early goal, then didn't take our chances. Then Mings got injured, and then West Ham came back into it. Very similar pattern today. Aston Villa start really fast, get a goal straight away almost, and then don't take their chances. And then another defender gets injured in Ezri Konsa. So, we got pretty lucky in that sense that it didn't get away from us in the way the West Ham game did for us. Now, look, Aston Villa, I think, started the game really well. I'll even try. Maybe I'll do a share screen quickly just to show what was going on there with. Let's have a look. Get this up. Just a quick one there. I think that Tottenham, what they were doing is they were pushing. I did say Bergvall would start, didn't I? I thought he'd get in there, and I thought Daniel Marlin might start up front. But it felt like what they were doing was they were getting too far up, and then all the time there was all this space round here for the, or let's say they were pushing up like this, and then there'd be all this space here for somebody like a Rodgers or a Ramsey to run into. And Daniel Marlin's movement was fantastic, so he kept moving around, and then Ramsey and Rodgers would have space to go into, a little of a pass to lay off to somewhere. Bailey was coming up here. I think Garcia was supporting him really well. Garcia, I thought, was absolutely excellent. And I think actually in the first half, he brought out the best of Bailey. We haven't seen Bailey play as well as that for quite a while, so hopefully, fingers crossed, Leon Bailey or Andres Garcia can bring out the best of Bailey again. Andres Garcia, I thought the whole game, he made Matis Tel look not great. Top level player in Matis Tel. I know he got a goal at the end there, but that was a really impressive display from Garcia. So I'll take that away. But look, what you would say with Aston Villa, though, it's been a problem all season. We're getting a lot of chances, but we're not being clinical enough. And we could have paid the price because in the second half, first 15, 20 minutes, Tottenham came at us. They brought Basuma on. They had a little bit more physicality, a little bit more about them. They were getting into us, giving an elbow here, elbow there, a stone cold stunner there, a rock bottom there, But Aston Villa, we stood up to it. We, 1, 2, put our shoulder up, for the 3. So kept on going. And then... we had to hold sort of ride our luck a little bit, but I thought, as well as saying that, it wasn't like Tottenham created loads of chances, really. And then just as we were about to bring on the substitutes, lovely work. I think Lamar Bogard did well to win the ball, head it away. Tielemans with a lovely pass into Marlin. Marlin finds a little bit of space between the defence and the midfield, lays it off to Bailey, and then Marlin doing the overlap, puts it in. Bit of chaos. Rodgers gets in there for the goal, 2-0. And as it should have been, really, I think Villa should have been 2 or 3-0 up by that point anyway. I think Ramsey had 2 chances where he's charging through, one-on-one, hits it straight at the keeper. Keeper must have made 4 or 5 really good saves. I know he made that massive mistake at the start. Villa finally, instead of conceding and letting a team back into it, we get that 2-0 lead. Then the subs came on. Somebody go and buy me the best champagne you have. No, that's too big, as Hans Moen would say in The Simpsons. Go down, go to the nearest bottle shop that you got. Find the most expensive champagne you've got, because at the end of this season, Marcus Rashford and Marco Asensio are going to be lifting that Champions League trophy and maybe an FA Cup trophy while they're at it. Look, I might be getting carried away there, but my God. There was one moment where Asensio and Morgan Rodgers did a link-up. Like that. That was so beautiful, I fainted. I missed about 5 minutes of the game because I passed out. And my fiancé was waving me down. I had to come round and say, am I dreaming this? I'm waking up thinking, am I back in 2016 and Villa are just about to be relegated? Is this real? That one of Real Madrid's best players of the last 10, 15 years is now at Aston Villa doing this. I mean, Marco Asensio, he looked exactly what you'd want him to look like. Coming in, high confidence, world-class talent, a Real Madrid PSG level player. He comes in and he finds space. His touch was incredible. His layoff to Rodgers was brilliant. And what it did was it raised Rodgers' game as well. Because when you play with better players and you have players who are on the same wavelength, you go to higher levels. And Rodgers is showing that he too is a world-class player. Amazing. It was a little bit like the Coutinho debut against Manchester United when we were 2-0 down and he came on and changed the game, got us back to 2-2. Hopefully, Asensio, I think he's more physically built for the Premier League than Coutinho was at that point. So I'd like to hope that Asensio's display today is what we're going to see for the rest of this season. There's going to be harder games he's going to have to play in, Bournemouth away or Chelsea at home in a few weeks. Those games are going to be more of an acid test. But tonight, all you can ask of him is to show what he showed, and he was brilliant. And then Rashford. What planet are we living on that we've got Manchester United's best player? What on earth? It was like everything he did tonight. His link-up play, running through on goal, when he was out on the left, linking up and then getting into the area. His link-up play with Asensio right in the last minute, which nearly led to a third goal. He looked absolutely fantastic. Now, there's probably a lot of Manchester United fans asking, where's that been for 2 years? But as an Aston Villa fan, you look at it and you think he's 27 years of age. He's coming to Aston Villa. He's got a whole new breath of fresh air. He's in an environment that's positive. He's got a coach who really backs him and supports him, and a club that, really values him, I think, for what he's going to do for the next 3 to 4 months. And so hopefully that was a sign of what's to come. And what I would say about Rashford tonight is that he looked like he was playing with conviction. So when he went through on goal, you sort of thought in your head, if he gets a one-on-one here, he's going to score. And I bet you he scores plenty of goals for Villa. Because you look at him tonight, you thought, that's what we've got. That's what we're paying for here. Him and Asensio looked superb. And hopefully what we saw tonight is indicative of what we're going to see for the rest of this season. So like I say, get that champagne bottle ready because we're going to be having an open top bus parade to see that Champions League trophy lift by the booty John McGinn and by Rashford as well, the FA Cup as well. Why not dare to dream? Why not dare to dream? Obviously Tottenham, look, they're missing loads of players. They're in a big down spell at the moment. Yeah, I get that. But Aston Villa ourselves, our defence is absolute threadbare. We've had to throw Garcia in there for his debut so quickly, who, as I said earlier, was fantastic. I thought Kamara was brilliant tonight. Again, against Kulusevski, Son, Matthias Tell. These are top-class players. Kamara and Bogard having to come in and do his duty at right centre-back. I think, massive credit to those two guys. And Kamara as well. I think Kamara has one of the most difficult positions on the pitch because that left centre-back role is so crucial to how Aston Villa play out and get the ball out. And there was one spell there where we got it back. I think we worked it back from Garcia to the keeper maybe, to Kamara back to McGinn, and then it works its way out to Rashford. He touches it off to Rodgers into Ramsey, and Ramsey hits it, and it's a save. But if that had gone in, I tell you what, I fainted already earlier in this game. I'd have fainted again, and I'd have gone down this road I live on now, which is full of Tottenham and Arsenal fans, knocked on every single door, and said, look, pointed at the badge and say, "Did you see that goal? Did you see that goal?" And handed them a leaflet and said, "Convert to the Church of Aston Villa and worship at the altar of Morgan Rodgers." Because there are times, you almost get used to it, but there are times when you watch Aston Villa play under Unai Emery and you just cannot believe that this is real, that this is the Aston Villa. This is not the Aston Villa I've grown up with my entire life. It isn't. The places we can go to, if we can just stop conceding goals and if we can be more clinical. Now, seeing Rashford tonight, if he continues the form he showed in this game, with Rashford there, I'm certain that games where we're only scoring 1 or 2, it'll be 3 or 4 because it just looks like he's going to score for fun. He does. And if Asensio can come in and show, play the way he did tonight, if he can have that kind of impact in most games he's going to play, again, we're going to score more goals. The key now is, can we concede fewer goals? Konsa's injury is big in it. The two players who never get injured within a week, Watkins and Konsa, both get injured. I will get to the comments in a second. I will bring them up. It's bloody annoying, isn't it? But we've got a fair few hamstrings. Has football ever been like this? It's 2 years straight now of just constant injuries for Villa. It's probably coincidence. It's not a coincidence that since these injuries have started happening, we've been playing European football, Conference League last year, Champions League this year. So the injury numbers probably do go up. The intensity, game load in football's too much. They play too much. And this summer tournament that you're going to see for FIFA, Man City and Chelsea going to it. I don't know if any others are, Liverpool maybe. They're going to get killed, those players. They are going to be, and I wonder how it impacts them next season. Oh, you wonder. Too much football. And it's not a coincidence. Newcastle got all them injuries last year. Haven't had as many this season without Europe. Aston Villa 2 years straight now, we've just had constant injuries. But look, thankfully we've got Disasi coming in. But I think credit to Bogard tonight. And isn't it amazing to see an academy product come through who is featuring quite regularly for Villa in different roles and doing, a solid enough job. Great to see. That we've got a thriving academy like we do. And man of the match tonight, I know Alan Shearer gave it to Morgan Rogers. Let me know who you think man of the match was. But do you know who it was for me? I'm tempted to give it to Kamara for playing in that bloody difficult role and looking absolutely world-class like he always does. But I give it to John McGinn. I thought McGinn, proper captain's display. That beauty, that brave-ass beauty, just there in the centre. It's like its own planet. And the ball orbits around it, just attracted to it like gravity, like a moon around the planet. He was everything he did tonight. Stand up, the tackles he made, physically imposing himself. His passing was excellent. And there were numbers of occasions tonight where he was put under pressure. Tottenham tried to get the ball off him, tried to work him into a mistake. And every single time, and I partly think it's because he's a lefty, sometimes left-footed players are just harder to read their movement. I don't know why this is. I do not know, but it just feels like it's a thing. His movement, he's obviously physical and strong, so it's hard to get close to him. But the way he turns out of pressure with two players on him and gets away, it's such an amazing skill he has. I thought he was amazing tonight, McGinn. I thought he was amazing. And Aston Villa now, we're into the fifth round. Tottenham's out. Liverpool are out. Arsenal's out. Chelsea's out. Who knows? If we get, good draws, if we don't bloody get Newcastle away, if we can just get a few decent draws now, we've had two Premier League teams. If we can get a good draw going ahead, why not? Why not dare to dream? Now, let's get to a few of the comments. Duncan Kilburn, good to see you again, Duncan. How good were the new players? All 5 first-team regulars for me. Yeah, I thought Garcia looked fantastic from the start. I was really, really impressed with him. I think his understanding of when to go forward and overlap Bailey was excellent. And then when he got into the final third, he looked dangerous. So that's a really, really positive thing. And Matty Cash has competition now. And I think defensively he was really good as well. Dealt with Mattis Tell really well. UTV says Black Rum. Good to see you again, Black Rum, as well. Good on you. Nigel Brooks. Good to see you, Nigel. You always say really nice things about the podcast. Thank you so much for that. New boy's so good. Kamara immensely. What Kamara was immense in a really, really difficult role. Really difficult role. Should have been 4 or 5 up, says Duncan Kilburn. Yeah, we should. We don't take our chances enough. That is the thing. But hopefully with Rashford and Asensio, maybe that begins to change. And Watkins coming back as well. Melty Shirts, good performance overall. 4 January signings looking decent. Praying Conster okay. Yeah, I think we're all praying. Might go to church tomorrow and say a few prayers. Patrick Svensson, fantastic bit of play sometimes. Looks exciting. Absolutely, Patrick. Villa looked, as The Rock says, the most electrifying football team in sports entertainment today. Electrifying at times we were. Melty Shirts still needs to put away more of the chances we create. Yep, absolutely. That's just what I've been saying there. Yeah. Steve Swindle. Liverpool disrespect Dargal. Yeah. Put out the kids, didn't they? And they paid the price. Mel Farrell, good to see you again, Mel. Sexy football. It was. Rude Hullet wanted sexy football in Newcastle years ago. Tell you what, if some of the play Villa were tonight, if that was Miss World, we win Miss World at a cancer. All the other Miss Worlds just walk out. They give up. They take the sachets, they throw it on the ground. They rip their lipstick off. They walk off home. Lock themselves in a darkened room because Aston Villa are walking that competition. Asensio, Rolls-Royce footballer. Garcia was excellent, says Duncan. Yeah, Garcia was excellent. Asensio did look Rolls-Royce, and he did at Real Madrid at long times. Aaron Pimento, Asensio looked amazing. It reminded me of Coutinho's debut. Hopefully it ends a bit better than Coutinho. Nigel Brooks, some of our football was sensational. The one move when Jacob hit the keeper was mind-blowing. Yeah, it was. It was absolutely mind-blowing, that. Again, like I say, Villa just... I can't believe this is Aston Villa. I can't believe it's Aston Villa sometimes. It was only Spurs to Sanjay Pradhan. Yeah, I mean, look, I remember last season, Spurs fans, after they beat us 4-0, in all the time of doing this, the only fans who've ever come on and given me absolute dog's abuse were Newcastle and Tottenham. Tottenham were the real... pretty cynical abuse. So hopefully the same fans who came on and were abusing us last season, hopefully they're here tonight. Because I'm not one to because football, it changes on a dime. The 1 minute you're smug, the next minute you're not. And those smug dickheads who came on last season, I hope they know they're wrong. Shut their mouth. Essential, it's class. You're damn right, Sanjay does. Duncan, Essential and Rodgers are going to be such a good pairing. Yeah, I mean, as I say, playing with world-class players, it raises your level, and Rodgers, he looked a level above, didn't he? Lee Johnson, good to see you again, Lee. When Rashford and Asensio came on, the play between them, Rodgers, filthy. It was absolutely filthy. That 1-2, I fainted. I was out of it 5 minutes. Some of the football played there was magic, says Decky. Yes, it was. Magic is the word. Asensio's cameo, says Blaze Shervington. Asensio's cameo, just beautiful and a sign of what he can offer unto mate. Yeah, let's hope he can keep that. You know, it was when we go to places like Bournemouth away, can he do it there? That's the question. But still, I think he can, because he's a world-class player, and hopefully he can show it more regularly. Jacob could have had double hat-trick tonight. Brilliant performance from the boys. Constant injury, big downer, but we're rolling with Disassi. Yep, absolutely. Ramsey, he's been playing a lot better recently. It looks like he's a bit getting back to his old self. Yeah, he needs to go into training and do a bit on that finishing. Asensio is going to be something else, says Collie. Is that Stan Collymore? Yeah, let's hope so. Umar Ali, backline worries me. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, a lot of injuries in there. Hopefully Mings, Disassi, they're back soon. Hopefully Conte's not out too long. Duncan Kilburn, Marlon, Rodgers assists, Ramsey and Rodgers goals. Great stuff. Yeah, agreed. Marlon did really well tonight. I think Marlon looked really, really good. I think he'll be an asset for us going forward. I think he will. Alex Moreno, hopefully you're taking time out from your time at Nottingham Forest to come support the lads. This win is for Monchi, new signing, especially Asensio looked great. Any news on Concert? McGinn was MVP. Concert looked like a hamstring to me. I'd imagine that's a 2-3 weeks at minimum. Hopefully it's not a repetitive thing that happened with Matty Cash. And as you say, yeah, it's for Monchi. Some of the signings look really good. Can they do it going forward? That's what we want. But I'm really confident about Rashford. That looked really good from Rashford. Andres Garcia, amazing, says Petter. Asensio, best player I've seen. Rashford looks fresh. Yeah. Andres Garcia, big credit tonight. Big credit. Duncan Kilburn, Rodgers, man of the match, but all good tonight. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. I think for me it was McGinn, but yeah, I could see that. McGinn for me, closest deck, yes. Yeah. Nigel Brooks, Kamara for me. Love that guy. Get him in contract to make him sign. God, please get him a contract. I'll give up my life savings. I'll walk up to the top of Mount Everest, topless if you want me to. Just for that. Asensio is one of the best players ever to play for Villa. I said when he signed. Well, he's certainly one of the most storied players to play for Villa. I mean, we've not had many who've won multiple Champions Leagues and scored in a Champions League final. So that shows where we're at, doesn't it? McGinn, man of the match, is Patrick. Yeah, agree with you, Patrick Svensson. Rich, on another day would have been 8-1. Thought we were unbelievable tonight. Yeah. It was a bit of a story, though, isn't it? Villa, it was the same with Man City, wasn't it? We should have been 3 or 4 ahead. They score a late goal, goes 2-1, a bit nervy. That's our problem. We just don't score enough at the moment. We always concede one. Hopefully that can change going forward. That's right. If we can avoid away draws at Bournemouth and Newcastle, so it's going all the way. Yeah, Bournemouth and Newcastle to me are the two I want to avoid the most. I actually think Bournemouth are a good bet for this. I really do. And Newcastle, I wouldn't. They without any European games for Newcastle, they really should fancy themselves to go as far as they want in every tournament at the moment. Rob Walker, why not? What a teaser. 1 game at a time, great results. Should have been 3, I thought. Yeah, damn right, Rob. Damn right. Good to see you again. Alex Moreno Garcia is another right-footed Alex Moreno. Yeah, I can see that. Paul Butler, getting Villa. Sensio was ace. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Rich McGinn was bloody awesome tonight. The guy was a machine. Yeah, he was. He was the booty terminator tonight. Paul Butler, happy for Rashford big time. McGinn was unbelievable. He was. Happy for Rashford too. Senoir, good to see you again. It is me. Boy from PSG was simply incredible. Yeah, as Pep Guardiola would say, incredible. David Ham, what's happening with the bin Jan sack? And it doesn't matter about the kangaroo candy. Yes, finally. Finally, the Villa are through to the next round. Yeah, Big Ange. It's tough for him. It just feels like it's run its course there for him. Injuries, they're killing him, aren't they? The injuries. Tottenham just can't. They can't get by without the players, really. That's no moon. That's John's arse. You're damn right. 1980, 22, Andy. Paul Butler said, amazing. Yep. Spurs fans know you're rolling shut you down. So David, yeah. They're quoting The Rock. What a win. Sufjan and Big J. Yeah, big win. Rashford looks hungry and strong with a point to prove. He does. You're absolutely right. Doug Cuban, we have a year extension available in Asensio here. Yeah, I mean, look, we'll see how it goes. Big wages. If he really is quality for the rest of the season, that extra year would be very tempting. Marlon is quick. He is, and his movement's really good. And he's versatile. Rash says Savas Veli. All I. Yeah. 2-1 flattered Spurs. Absolutely did. Savas Veli. All I'm hearing is Spurs injuries. What about our 6 first teams out? Completely. Villa's injuries are. We got so many players. We just 2 years straight. We've had endless injuries. It's frustrating. Silverware's coming this season. Dream of it. Let's do it. Let's dare to dream. It's a real prospect this season. And seeing Unai Emery celebrating those goals tonight, the team he put out, he fancies this. He wants this. So, yeah. Look, I'll wrap it up there. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks. Please like, please subscribe. It really, really helps us grow. Please share, all that stuff. What a performance from the mighty Villa. Rob Hatton, get you in there. Thanks for your comments as well. I thought McGinn was unreal. Marlon Garcia looked decent signs too. Yeah, McGinn was unbelievable. 10 out of 10. Marlon Garcia, yeah, they look decent. Great assets to have for the rest of this season. Anyway, I'll end it there. What a win. 5th round of the FA Cup. Bring it on. We're winning the lot this season. Why not? Dare to dream. Up the mighty Villa.